What's going on, guys? My name is Hassan from dopelifecoaching.com, and today I wanted to talk about when she stops calling or texting. Now in this video, I'm going to cover number one, why she stops calling and texting, and number two, what to do in those cases. You see, man, a lot of guys deal with this, and I'd actually say that most guys will deal with this several times in their lives. So don't beat yourself up about it. It's totally fine, dude. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do to increase your chances of, number one, attracting a better quality woman, or number two, just her reaching out to you. Now, if you're a first timer on this channel and you want consistent updates on similar content, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button and also the bell icon so you don't miss a single thing. Now, number one, why exactly does this happen? You know, you're really interested in a girl and you probably have been texting her or calling her incessantly, but here's exactly what happens. When you sit there and text this girl incessantly or call her incessantly, and you kind of treat her like a texting buddy, to her, that's kind of something like what a friend would do. It's not something a guy who's really interested in her romantically would do. I know you're interested in her romantically, but that's not always how she sees it. And that's why what you need to do at this point, whatever caused her to stop calling or texting you, what you need to do is when she reaches out to you, you need to set up dates in person. Instead of sitting there and doing, texting back and forth and acting like texting buddies, sending her a funny picture, a funny meme, she does the same thing. It's like, all right, dude, get to the point. Get to the point and take her out on a definite date at a definite time at a definite place. It's always the best way to go. But the reason why she stopped contacting you and texting you is because she lost interest. She lost interest in you because you were texting her way too much and calling her way too much for whatever reason. Those are the two main reasons. The other reason is it has nothing to do with you. It could have literally been an ex who popped back up in the picture. It could have been that time of the month. It could be a bad day at work. It could be her girlfriends are giving her a hard time, or one of her girlfriends is dealing with a big issue, an issue that's impeding her ability to contact you. So what you really need to do, dude, at this point, because now that you know the reason why she stopped texting you, is more than likely because you're doing that. You're texting and you're calling incessantly, and she's also not as enthusiastic or as interested as you want her to be, or as she was before. What you need to do is you need to stop all forms of contact immediately. Cut all forms of contact, including calls, texts, Snapchat, liking her post on social media, sending her things on social media, all that stuff. Now, are you just doing this because you're trying to play a type of game, formulate a specific tactic to just get her back right away? No, of course not. I don't condone playing games in the first place. But here's a question I have for you. If someone seemed so enthusiastic about texting you, about calling you, about spending time with you, and then now, all of a sudden, they're not, does that really sound like someone who's interested in you? Probably not. And just because it sounds like someone who's not interested doesn't necessarily mean it's over. Like I said, there's other factors, there's exceptional circumstances, but what you need to do to increase the likelihood of messaging her again and, reframing and rebuilding that attraction is to just back off and do you. Back off and do you. And if she cares enough, and if she notices that you actually backed off, she's gonna be like, wait a minute, I haven't heard from this guy in like a week. He hasn't contacted me. What happened? And so then what's gonna happen is she'll call or text you. Again, like I said earlier, you're not doing this because you want to play a game, but you're doing this because they're not as interested as they were before. And the last thing you want to do is to force things and try to push this to work, because guess what? Number one, it doesn't work. Number two, you're lowering your self-respect and your value as a man by doing that. Do you really want to lower your self-respect and your value? Of course not, dude. I'm pretty sure you want to do the opposite. You want to higher your self-respect and your value. So how do you do that? You need to back the fuck off, cut all forms of communication, and see if she comes back. Because guess what? If she comes back, that means that in some way, shape, or form, she's still interested. If she doesn't come back, she wasn't interested, or she's not as interested as you want her to be, whatever it is. And that is not your fault, bro. So what you need to focus right now on doing, if you want to salvage this, is to just completely back off, let her come to you, and then look and see how things will start to work out again. Maybe they're gonna be amazing. Maybe they're gonna suck. Maybe she's gonna suck. Maybe you're gonna realize that you're not really as attracted to her as you once seemed to be. And that's okay, dude. That's the whole purpose of dating. That's the whole reason of dating. Also, dude, if you really, really like this girl and you really, really felt her and you really felt like both of you connected, another thing you could do is about a week after your last exchange with her and you notice that she never contacted you again, you could go ahead and text her or call her after that. Because guess what? Just because you're calling or texting someone a week after the last exchange between you and her, whether it's call or text, that doesn't necessarily mean you're needy. That just means you're interested. Needy is like calling and texting all the time. Where are you? Where are you? I want to see you. I want to see you. But here, what we want to do is you want to just shoot a casual message or just call her and speak casually and then just take it from there. Now, one of two things are going to happen. It's either A, she's going to be super enthusiastic and she's going to be like, oh my God, how are you? I miss you. It's been a while. Sorry, I've been busy with so-and-so, but I'd love to see you. Oh my God, yeah, I've been so busy. I can't wait till next week when I'm not as busy and I'd love to see you next week. Now, that sounds like a girl who's pretty enthusiastic. Now, compare that with option B, which is, hey, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Doing good. You know, assuming this is by text. When are you free to hang out again, by the way? Not sure. Been busy. Those answers, on the other hand, reflect a woman who is completely disinterested, and at that point, you should just totally back off and not even consider spending another minute with her. Unless she comes back in like weeks and starts apologizing, that's a different story. But you get the point. The whole point is, dude, enthusiasm is something that you could definitely see within a woman who is really interested in you, and that's the type of woman you really want to spend your time with. That's what you should be doing as a man who values himself and respects himself. On the other hand, if you're allowing women who are disinterested in you and you're still talking to them, that's really not a good way to go, bro, because you're devaluing yourself and you're disrespecting yourself as well. And I don't want that for you, man. Also, think about it this way, man. I'm pretty sure there's been a point in your life where some girl was interested in you and you absolutely knew she was interested in you and it was super clear, but you weren't interested. I want you to go back and think, how exactly did you respond in those instances? More than likely, your responses were very unenthusiastic and you probably took days to respond. Like at least a day to respond. Why? Is it because you're an asshole? No, it's just because you're not interested and you don't want to give off the vibe that you are interested. Like I know for me right now, if someone was really interested in me and I wasn't interested in them, I'd just be honest and transparent because that's just how I am. I tell them, I appreciate it a lot, I appreciate it so much, but I'm just not really interested in this. I'm sorry. Now, granted, most people aren't exactly like that, but still, that's just my approach. And that also goes to show you that it's much more effective to spend your time with a woman who really values you and who's super interested in you and enthusiastic about seeing you. You get the point, bro. So anyways, guys, if you like the video, make sure you show your support by smashing that thumbs up button. And also, if you want consistent updates on similar content like this, hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single thing. Comment down in the comment section below for future videos or ideas you'd like me to cover, and I'd be way more than happy to cover them. And if you want one-on-one coaching, when we still have free consultations for first-timers, by the way, go to my website, www.dopelifecoaching.com. And I'll be way more than happy to help you, man. So that's about it. Go out there, be confident, spend your time with the women who are enthusiastic about seeing you, and spend less of your time with the women who are not enthusiastic about seeing you. And you should be gold, bro. Peace.